before we get into your business. So I don't know who will start between you, Kamo, or Sean. Who wants to start about themselves, what they're studying, or where they work, or all those kind of things.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I can start.
Okay.
Welcome, we can start.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh, Nkamogelo Nkosi. I am a UWC student, currently studying BCom in economics and finance. Currently doing my second year. And yeah, fun fact, I can recite the alphabet from Z all the way to A.
Wow. That's nice. Nice to meet you, Kamo. Sean?
My name is Sean Nguyen. I am an aspiring, can I say aspiring entrepreneur? I was studying a BCom in economics the previous year, but due to finances and family problems, I decided to take a full turn and take a break for 2 years and focus on my business
Mm-hmm.
and push that. So that's currently who I am right now. I do work part time though, with a company called Lifeboat Solutions, and I think um, I'm a budding young man who just loves opportunities and
Mm.
who's very grateful for learning stuff all the time. I just love research and finding out new stuff that I've never known before. That's
That's
me.
good. That's good. So today we're going to talk about your guys' business. Firstly, I don't know how to pronounce it. Do you guys want to help me with the pronunciation of your business?
This is the part that we love the most. So
Yeah,
show us what you have.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear what you have.
I read Sweets. That's what I'm reading.
Okay,
Is
that's not
that
a bad
correct?
attempt. No,
Uh,
no, that's not a bad attempt. We've heard worse. But that's the whole point. That's the whole point. You wanted the tongue
yeah,
twister, so at least you memorable. It's Schweets.
Sweets. But that's what I
Schweets, yeah,
said.
like
Sweet.
Schweets.
Oh, sweets.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's memorable. Trust. So tell me about Schweetz. Like, how did it come to be? What problem were you guys trying to solve? Yeah, let's start there. What problem were you trying to solve when you when you came up with this business solution?
Look, should I answer or you gonna answer?
Yeah, you can go ahead, my guy.
Okay, cool. So, when you started Schweets, um, basically it started from a personal thing, right? Because I
Mm,
think this is for me personally my second um let's say I like to call them my babies. So this is my second baby, right? Which is the second business that I'm doing
mm,
um in the past 2 years. And when I started Sheets, it was a thing of a personal need again, where I noticed that in actual fact, like the beginning of it all was that it's
mm,
just like I was at home and I have little sisters and like a mom who like comes back with sweets every single day, so I started
mm.
making the maths in my head and I was like, yo, dude. And they always ask me to drive out to go fetch the sweets at the
Yeah.
garage at night, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I had to go buy them sweets in the mornings. Also, sometimes before they leave, they ask us to pass by the garage and get them sweets. So I was like, actually, this is a lot of money. Like the traveling and going there and coming back,
Mm,
it will be much easier if they just could be delivered to your doorstep. Right, every time you think you order, because everything else is doing that. Like clothing is on that pathway. Any your laptops, whatever you buy now can be delivered to your door.
yeah.
Besides sweets, right? Even the groceries now also come with them. That was the
Mm,
first step, right? Of just the
definitely.
concept of sheets itself. And the solving of the problem of the luxury was
Mm-hmm.
once I realized that there is a market and I actually want to get into it, the thing then became that we have had a certain type, especially in South Africa as a context, we've had a certain
Mm,
type of four main players who've played in the game and have given us the exact same thing of taste over and over again. And we've never had innovation or growth in the market itself. We've
Yeah.
seen, in a sense, comfortability coming from the big players, right? So I just realized that in actual fact, these big companies have been very complacent because they're at a point where they're big enough in the market and they don't feel like they need to be innovative. They've just been giving us the same thing for years. Because I asked a friend, a couple of friends, that how
Yeah.
long have they been eating jelly babies?
Mm.
Since we were all kids. And we mentioned one flavor that came and went, which is the sour jelly beans, I think. I don't know if you remember that also.
Yeah.
Right?
They
And
no
we've
longer sell
had those
those.
also. Yeah?
Do they no longer sell those?
No, not anymore.
Oh,
Haven't
I'm
seen
not.
any in a while. I think I last saw some when I was like 15, 16. Well,
Mm.
have you seen any? have you seen any like recently?
I haven't even noticed. That's why I'm asking. Like, I haven't even paid attention to notice whether they've been like
They've
available or
been
not.
out there or not?
Yeah.
Yes, you see. So that's another thing also. In that, right? I think food is like the biggest thing that because we are what we eat, right? And
Mhm.
again, that what you do, a statement that you said that you didn't even notice. So I think we're taken advantage of as a people because in the market we just but sweets are just sweets. We just buy sweets and they're just sweets. And I saw a gap there because
Mm.
there is an experience that is being missed out. Because there's no one who doesn't have a childhood memory without sweets inside it,
Yeah.
right? But then as you grow older, now you lose out on this memory because there is no experience attached to it in the brands that sell this thing themselves. Because to them, it's just a thing of you're just selling sweets, and now people just there's no novelty to it. So I
Mm.
saw that
Mm.
gap, and that's why we decided to premium to be like to make a premium brand and actually bring in the experience with sweets so you can have a memorable effect. So if you're a child and you're now 45 and you still want to enjoy sweets, if you've been eating them since you were 13, you still have the experience of, I've had these since I was a kid and I actually like them because they've grown with me. The brand has grown with me. I've seen what they've done for the environment, stuff like that, which is how every other companies were going for. The Teslas in the big markets, even as far as luxury brands like Louis Vuittons are going for that stance of saying, we have been around for certain years, and this is experience that we give you guys. Yes, we sell clothes, but we're giving you guys an experience with our clothing that
Yeah.
you can hold on to for a long time. Whereas with sweets, it's just like it's just sweets. You understand? And it's just confectionery. It's just. Whereas in actual fact, I think it's one of the most important things because we snack all the time. So that was the
Mm.
second problem that we started solving, which was the lack of
Mm.
novelty, and also just like the delivery systems, which is just making it come to you faster and moving into digital space was the third one.
Mm.
Because Wall Street, I think at the points we were doing our research, close to 95% of suites were sold physically. And they were sold as a secondary, like a secondary item, which means that you buy anything else first, and then suites become the second thing. And you're just like, okay, just gonna pick up by the till, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's where the concept was born. That in actual fact, man, we think you know, this is a very great market, and we should be the first thing you think of when you go into the
Mm.
stores, or we should be the first thing you think of when you go online and find the websites. And so we decided to also make that's the third problem that we solved, which is digitalization of the market itself. So
Mm.
these are the three main ones that we solved.
So how do you guys make those sweets? How's the production look like?
Right now, in terms of production with the sweets themselves, right, we don't make any of them ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
right? So to keep costs low and to also help us at startup, we've actually decided to liaise with suppliers who already make them and who can also specialize in making us
Mm.
artisanal sweets that we want.
So in the long run, do you want to be able to do it for yourself in the long run?
Yes, and then that's the whole goal to actually the big goal is to actually bring the sweet market in terms of like factories or like production into South Africa itself because we're a big market it's ourselves, but
Yeah.
most of the sweets that we eat are shipped in from Turkey, which makes most of the world's sweets in the world, right? So we think because of that, we actually want to bring it in. And besides that, we want to tap into other markets where we can produce ourselves because we've never seen certain types of sweets. Like we want to bring in the biggest thing is the sugarless sweets, which is
Oh,
tapping into like the health markets,
yeah.
one that no gluten and whatever, but still has the taste. still has, the enjoyment and the experience, but now we can now tap into the health market where people are health conscious or lactose intolerant, the gluten intolerance, and they can be fine and still enjoy sweets in a certain way, shape, or form. Right. So
Mm.
we wanna move into that space also in the future.
Definitely. I like the fact that you mentioned health market. Um, the program that we were doing is social entrepreneurship empowerment. And we said any business really. So there should be an element of social enterprise in that. And I think the health market is one of the ways in which you do it. You make a difference into the society that we haven't really seen sweets that are like called healthy sweets or all kinds of things like sugarless and all of that. So, do you guys think about the element of the social entrepreneurship in your whole business strategy besides like the health market?
Social entrepreneurship. Where do you want to answer that? Kamu? Is Kamu still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just having network issues. Uh,
Sorry?
saying I'm still here. I'm just having network issues. The campus Wi-Fi is unreliable.
Mm.
Okay, so my question was on the social enterprise side. What kind of change are you bringing? So I like the fact that you guys mentioned health market. Maybe you can elaborate on that if that's the element that links to social entrepreneurship.
Okay. I can answer Kamu if you still having issues.
Yeah, you
I
can
think
go.
he's still having issues, so I'll answer. It's fine.
Okay.
Um. Okay. So on that end, we in terms of social entrepreneurship are planning on making seats accessible to everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And well, by me everyone, I mean we've actually partnered up with a dietitian who studied certain level of like sweets and every not certain level of sweets of food
Wow.
and the effects that it has on your body. So
Mm,
we actually want to go into getting sweets for people who have even stuff, even like sicknesses like diabetes. Right, because those
mm,
people do have sugars already for them. So we're trying to develop things that go into that and not just sweets, right? Because as I said, and that's why I don't like using the word sweets anymore. We are say confectionery because we want to go into the confectionery space. So
okay.
we want to just make snacks that are that are healthy to have. We want to make drinks that are healthy to drink.
Yeah.
Because for example, Coca-Cola, like a normal Coke has around about like around about like 7 to 10 blocks of sugar, like a 330 milliliter
Yeah.
of Coke has like and that. And we want to actually develop products that are feasible for the person who has been taken out of the market because they have a certain illness or a certain sickness, right? Because we don't believe that they should be taken, their jewels should be taken away from them. I think they should
Mm,
also still experience life, although they have certain illnesses. The main one being diabetes, because they've been cut out from eating certain stuff and whatnot. But we're trying to develop ways to find to involve them back into the markets, and that's what we want to change. We want to make the confectionery industry healthy.
mm,
That's how we want to bring it back so people can actually enjoy it whether or not you're on a diet or whether or not you're gymming. Because now every time we have experiences of being health conscious, confectionery is put aside as a problem or something that's going to stop you from achieving your goals or whatever. But there's certain stuff that we know that is healthy, that is very like good for people. Like popcorn is a good snack for a person to have, so we're pushing certain stuff like that. So that's our goal, just to bring health back into the confectionery industry and let's to be honest, let's say bring our hearts back into the confectionery
yeah.
industry, because right now it's the confectionery industry, it has no soul. They just want to sell to the consumers, and as long as they buy, they don't care what effects it has on the person in the long run.
That's good. That's good. Okay. So how do you guys, what is your marketing strategy so far? Like where are you selling this product? How do you go about marketing your product?
So right now, we were selling it on our website because we have our website up,
Okay,
right?
what's the website?
And it's www.streets.co.za. I'm sure if you just Google Streets, you'll find us. I hope our USP works properly, but I think it does. Um, if we just Google Streets, and I think it should be there, www.streets.co.za.
Mm. And then when a person orders from your website, then how does it work? Do you deliver right
So
to
as soon as yeah,
the
as soon as they make
country?
an order, we get the order on our side, and so does courier guy, and then they let us know when they're gonna come and pick up. It's usually in a day. They come and pick
Yeah.
up the next day, and then they come and then make the delivery to you directly. I'm sure courier guy sends you an email also to let you know where you can track your parcel as to how far it is.
Mm. So you guys partnered with a courier company
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
courier guy. Yeah, that's the community partnered up with,
Oh,
and you
that's
get the
good. Right.
emails on all ends. As if you're getting a package like on a normal basis. You get all the emails of those way packages, and you can track your parcel also.
Mm.
And you
Um,
got the like again.
that's nice. But then my other question was what's the marketing strategy? Like where do
Yeah,
you
the marketing side. Oh,
market?
sorry, I was actually supposed to answer that.
Yeah.
So now, in all honesty, because of the lack of funds, we were using, first was word of mouth. Secondly, was our was social media ads. I'd rather speak on our desired marketing strategy because the real reason why we need the investments is to actually get into our desired marketing strategy. Because right now, what we've been
Okay.
using is word of mouth mostly and social media to an extent. But even
Mm.
then, I don't think we've done it properly to a point where we wanted to go. So I'd rather speak of our desired our desired marketing strategy, which is in actual fact, what we want to do is present the sweets because it's a premium brand as that brand and present the lifestyle around the brand, right, as to open up to the market. And our main objective is to hit so like modern day social medias, which are the biggest ones are your Instagram, your Facebooks, Twitters, um, and then your YouTube also, and you want to hit those spaces. Let's say none, what's the word? Non-mainstream
Yeah.
ways of marketing, right? Because we want to get, because we believe that our people aren't watching TV anymore. Like they're watching podcasts on YouTube,
Yes. Yeah.
they're scrolling to TikTok on a random day at work. That's where our market is. So we want to get into their faces like that to push that. And the how we want to be perceived as soon as you get into their faces is as a premium brand that is bringing change socially, as I mentioned, was like we're trying to be a health conscious brand,
Yeah.
and also change in terms of like now we are creating a brand that has a certain level of exclusivity, which we believe has not been seen in the conventional industry as of yet. Because we've seen pretty much premium brands before, like your Lindt, right? Like that do
Mm.
chocolate and whatever, but we've never seen. We know Lindt does chocolate, but we've never seen a brand in confectionery.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to
Yeah.
build the most, where now you can actually associate yourself to a way of being through what you eat.
Mm. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So from what I'm taking is that you guys don't are still trying to get into social media marketing, right?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
we do have pages up. We just haven't done it
okay.
to the extent that we want. We have all the social media pages. We do have a
Yeah.
couple of posts up, but we do have also a certain amount of followers on our TikTok. I think 1,000 on our TikTok, I think
Hmm.
2,000 on Instagram. Our Pinterest is low. Our YouTube has like 100 subscribers. So we do
Mm.
have a certain amount of people, but we just haven't. And as that's why I said, which we haven't done it to our satisfaction because we've been held back by
Mm.
funding. But we do have certain amounts of stuff up. But in all honesty, it's not something that I would say we are like in completely proud of. But we've done it, and we do have
Mm.
it up. You can
Mm.
check us out on Instagram, on I think on every social media platform: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
You guys are there.
TikTok, even Pinterest.
Okay. So you mentioned investments and funding. So when or if someone is interested in investing into the business, what is it that the business actually really needs? Like, why is there in need of funding? What is it for?
Okay, so there's two main needs for us in terms of funding, right?
Mm.
Um, we don't really need funding for infrastructure in terms of getting equipment or whatnot, because we've actually found a way in the business, and the way that we do our business is to cut the cost of all of that startup cost, which would normally be rent, buying equipment, hiring employees or whatever. We've cut those costs by hiring man by thinking it out, subcontracting out basically to our suppliers, right? So what we do the
Mm.
most is package on our side. And to be honest with you, for now, I think we do have a place where we can package, and we don't really need that much of a big space. So because of that, we've cut the cost there, and we would like to invest those costs rather instead of in what normally would be invested in, conventionally be invested in. We'd rather actually invest it in mostly marketing, right? And secondly, just upfront packaging purchases, right? Which is because in terms of marketing, because we're a new brand, one. Secondly, and also we not even trying, we are a premium brand. We need to make sure that we control the consensus around ourselves as a brand. And because of that, we need
Mm.
to produce certain level of quality marketing, quality videos, and capture our people from the beginning of us doing these campaigns that we do throughout the end, and keep on educating them. That's the base that we have to invest in, is actually customer education on who we are and what we stand for. Because we are
Yeah.
building a culture which is like a brand more than anything else, right? A subculture through food. So we need to do that. We need to invest in that a lot. And then the second thing would be the purchasing of packaging. Right. So that's a
Yeah.
cost to us because packaging has a large lead time, which is close to 3 weeks. Whereas with the stuff we need to package, doesn't there's not much of a large lead time. We don't really mind. We can, like, as soon as we get an order, we can order onto the supplier side and make it happen. But with the
Mm.
packaging, we do need the upfront to a certain extent, right? And there is a cost to it with certain amounts. But to be honest, we've tried taking it up to an extent, but now we actually realize that no, we actually need investment to do this properly, because we could get an influx of orders and we couldn't be able to fulfill them. And now we've lost out on customers who are saying they want their money back and stuff like that. And now we now again losing the brand credibility, which we are actually working so hard to build. And we can't stand to lose that, as I said, because we have to be creating a subculture through food. So everything that we do has to be on par from the time the person gets on the website to the time they receive their order and have their first bite. It
Yeah.
should be 100%.
Definitely, definitely. So just some notes that I've been like noting as well, with in terms of your enterprise. We had like about 5 different sessions on social enterprise, but it actually like goes through any other business, because in this program we're taking all, different businesses and trying to find an element of social enterprise in them. And one important thing in a business is that um, you need to start with what you have before you can go out there and ask for help or all of that. I like the fact that you guys have started and already like, are doing something now. But you need to push with, the little resources that you guys have. That's what brings the investors interest into your business, because they understand that they won't be losing anything, right, if they now invest into your business. And secondly, it is important to, you don't have to take, it's what you quantity and quality. This I'm not sure the saying, but that speaks about like that quality is much better than quantity. It's much better for you guys to serve 2 customers than strive to serve 20 customers when you don't have the capacity to serve 20 customers. So rather at this point in your business, know how many people that you guys can be able to serve. That also saves your credibility, as you've mentioned. Yeah, it saves your credibility as a business, because now as an investor, when coming in, they're going to ask, what's your credibility? What's happening with your business? And it's important that you have um, customers that are coming back, in a monthly basis or in whatever regular basis, if I can put it that way. So that is quite important. I have another question. Let me quickly just check.
While looking for that question, thank you for the pointers. I think they're very valid points.
Yeah. So what are your I think you mentioned, the need where you need the funds and all of that. But what are the main challenges and opportunities for your business?
The main challenges would be um basically what I mentioned at first is that like because we want to go into we are a premium brand, we do need to invest a lot in advertising, and that costs money to actually produce proper, or let's say up to par content, right? So that's the biggest challenge that we're facing in terms of the business itself. Because in terms of growth and in terms of like even just word of mouth or people coming in and enjoying the products themselves, I don't think we face any challenges in that, right?
Mm,
That's the biggest challenge for us is actually being able to convey ourselves as we want, right? Which is, I said, the customer education of coming in and showing them and telling people who we are.
mm,
And right, also the other challenge is dealing with, as I said, with the packaging, it's dealing with suppliers, right? Because even if we negotiate to certain prices, which we have done before, where we
yeah.
can negotiate with suppliers to give us a certain amount of stock, right? For example, if they quote us for 1,000 pieces, and we say, okay, cool, we'll pay for 100 pieces right now. We'll come back and pay for the next 100 whenever we need the next 100, right?
Mm,
And because of that, we've had challenges with suppliers. They're like, okay, if you're gonna order just 100, which is below MOQ, we're gonna have to charge you a certain amount as if you are only ordering 100. So it brings up our costs, whereas we're ordering less, right? Which for business would make smarter sense to just get the higher order, even if it's not too high, judging from our cash flow and how much and how many people are ordering on a monthly basis. And it also makes it easier to like order in advance because we those things are non-perishable. They
yeah.
won't expire or anything, so they can sit there and whatnot. So those are the two biggest challenges that we faced. And in terms of opportunities, we have a very, very great opportunity of growing and taking the market by storm, I
Mm,
believe. Because this one, we don't think, not even, I don't think, I haven't seen this being done by anyone. I've seen it done in certain industries by certain companies, but not in this industry that we're going into. And that's why we picked it so that we could actually be the standouts. And again, this is an industry where, as I've mentioned before, that it's a very complacent industry where everyone has just been like, it's just confectionery. No one really thinks about it twice or anything. It's just confectionery, right? Where brands don't stand. But now, from researching markets and the people right now, everyone lives brands, right? Everyone has a brand. People use iPhone, have a brand because the
yeah.
iPhone users they have a certain brand. People who wear Nike have a certain brand. People who buy New Balance have a certain brand. Everyone has a certain brand and a lifestyle that they convey. And the missing elements of that lifestyle is confectionery, which is what they eat.
Mm, mm,
So
mm,
we have a big opportunity to get into that and actually be that missing key, right? And show the people that we're here and whatever culture that you identify with, now you can identify with us also.
mm,
And then also the another opportunity is this is not even an opportunity in terms of like making more money. This is a personal opportunity, right? I really think for me personal, this is just the opportunity that I see personal that if we hit certain amounts of targets, the amount of change that we could bring within South Africa itself, looking at the markets that we have right now, right? Because we have the potential to be shipping our confectionery or even our brand overseas. Because I
yeah.
think we could fight with them that side, right? With the content that we have, we might not be as big as everyone else, but we can be in the markets themselves,
Yes.
right? And because of that allows us to create jobs inland, right?
Mm,
In terms of us, because we have to produce the sweets, we have to produce the packaging, and we have to package the stuff and send it out to whatever country this is being sent to, right? And I think because of that, there's a lot of opportunity to make jobs. And with the 60% youth unemployment, I think we do need a certain level of change. And I believe that this company can do that for a lot of people.
That's great. That's great. And what would be the point where you say we've reached success? What is your success point for this business?
For this business, it's 2 points, right? Because we have a 5-year plan, right? And at the end of the 5-year plan, we would have opened two actual like confectionery stores where we don't sell out of, but we have restaurants where people can come and pick up their
Mm,
sweets and their confectionery, right?
mm,
Creating like an exclusive restaurant, so to say, for members that we have. It'll be that. That would be one of those points. Secondly, it would be a point where we actually are feeding at least 1,000 families, which is at least 1,000 factory workers, right, in producing on a daily basis, and we can afford to do that because of our demand that we've created in the market, and we actually are called to doing that. I think those are the two key points for me. And we start producing, and I also wouldn't, and even with the like with the factories themselves, it would be a great thing for me to start even producing for other companies, right? It doesn't have to be us. So if there's another Sean out there who has a thought of creating a brand or creating sweets or whatever, he doesn't have to go through what I went through of struggling and fighting. It can be an
yeah,
easy thing for him to have the connection to come in and just be like, I have this idea. Can I try it? And let's try it and let's see what he has to do.
that's beautiful. Okay. So I think we've said everything that I've asked everything that I needed to ask. I just want to give you, I want to see how you're going to do. I want to give you 30 seconds to pitch your business. Like you're meeting a person for the first time and they ask you about your business. And I want you in 30 seconds, I'm going to put a timer in 30 seconds to tell them what your business is about, because I think it's important most of the time, not most of the time, but all the time, that as business owners or as entrepreneurs, we need to be able to pitch our business as quick as possible. Like we need to grab,
Absolutely. Stay on our feet.
yeah, we need to grab their attention as quick as possible. So I'm gonna set a timer on 30 seconds, and we're gonna start now.
Start now.
Yeah, okay, let me start over.
Okay, cool. No, sorry, no, just because we said you're gonna start
Are you
now. Can you
ready?
let me know?
Are
Can
you
you like do
ready?
like a 3, 2, 1 and then I'll go?
Are you ready?
Please do like a 3, 2, 1, then I'll go.
Three.
I'm so sorry because you said start now, and I was like now, like now, like now, like
Okay.
so sorry.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Okay, hi, my name is Sean Ngwenya. I have a company called Schweets&Co. Right, we produce confectionery, and we are going to produce we're going to be the biggest confectionery brand in the world. Right, and I want you to invest in our premium brand because we have going to premiumize and bring Louis Vuitton and Gucci into the food space, and we are going to be that company. We're going to revolutionize this thing, and all we need is you to get where we need to go. So please come with us, support us, and we will go where we need to go, and we will take over the world.
Time's up. But that's good.
That was hard. That was hard.
Yeah,
That was
so
so
that's
hard.
that's something that you need to work on. You
Yeah,
need to be
definitely,
able, you need
definitely.
to be
Thank you.
able
I've
to
never done it
catch.
before.
Yeah, so you need to be able to catch your investors' attention immediately, because most of the time investors don't want to hear like long-winded conversations. They just want to hear, what are you doing, how are you doing it, and how can I help? That's all. What are you doing? How are you doing? Is that what you're doing? And how can they
Okay,
help you
cool.
with
I'll
with
take those
achieving,
pointers. Thank you
yeah,
so
with
much.
achieving your goals? Okay, so I think we're done now. Any last words or remarks that you want to leave?
For me, man, just thank you for the opportunity and taking your time. I know you've been busy because Virgo Gamo's been telling me that you've been trying to schedule with us and everything. Thank you for
Yeah.
that, and thank you for the opportunity itself. And yeah, I'm just just to say thank you. And I love the pointers, and I'm gonna take them and run. Right, and I hope we can actually meet again and like actually have a conversation again. Maybe now my 30 seconds can be a lot better because that was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
No.
that was really tough. But yeah, yeah, no, but no, thank you. Just to thank you for everything.
No.
And this was also like very eye-opening. Now I think I feel more confident. Just
Yeah.
have my 30 seconds. I feel more confident about what we're doing here. So yeah.
Mm.
And also just to open it up, with me, I don't know if you come and share my email. Yeah, I think I'm gonna share my work email. Right. So you can email me anytime if you have any thoughts, because I'm one person who loves like um, as I said, as I mentioned, I'm learning new stuff. So if you have any
Mm.
thoughts about the business itself or like any, remarks or anything, please just let me know so we can just discuss it, and I
No
can
problem.
actually see because I'm a very curious person
Definitely,
and you've sparked
definitely.
my curiosity now. So I need to know.
Definitely. I'll be taking, I took notes as we were speaking. So I'll definitely give you guys a feedback as well, detailed feedback over the email or text, whatever the case could. But I'll give like a feedback on, what else. But also this video as well, we'll try like do it properly and then, put it out there.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it.
Thank, thank you.
Although Kamu was quiet because of his network, but I'm glad I got
Yeah,
to meet you.
no problem. Thank you so much, Sean. I'm gonna
Okay,
stop
cool.
the
Thank you so
recording
much.
now.
How do you